This video is to show you how to set up and install your new Tappecue AirProbe. So when you get the AirProbe, this is the charger for your probe. You're going to have to insert a AAA battery, and there's a light right here, or there's a button with the light, with the green light not coming on. That shows you there's no battery, and it would also show you if your battery is out. So you're going to insert your battery. And then this is a probe that's not charged. So the green light not coming on is showing you that it's not charged. And if you see it's dimly flashing green, that means that it is charging. Once it's fully charged, which takes approximately 5 to 10 minutes, you'll see that that light becomes a solid green light. So once you got the battery placed in the charger and you have the Tappecue probe ready to go, you'll download the Tappecue app from the App Store. And once you get it downloaded, and you'll have this icon here, Tappecue, and you're going to do the create account. So you're going to put in your email address, and I'm just going to create a test demo 1 email account. And give it a password, and then you can go and read our privacy policy. And once you've read that and accepted it, you can create your account. You'll choose if you're going to use Fahrenheit or Celsius, and the default is Fahrenheit. You can always change it later. Now, as long as you have AirProbes and you're setting up your AirProbes and you're not an existing Tappecue customer, then you're just going to take the AirProbe out and you're going to press the start button. If you're using a Tappecue, then you would skip this step. But for this case, we're only having an AirProbe, no Tappecue. It's going to go through the discovery process. If you find that it has a hard time registering it, you will want to make sure that you don't have any other, you can look at the Bluetooth. Make sure your Bluetooth is turned on. Make sure there's no other devices like a Bluetooth headset, for example. Now we're going to go ahead and register. And it is registered. So the next point that we have is this AirProbe Direct button here. These other buttons have to do with if you have a Tappecue. This is the AirProbe Direct, so AirProbe Direct. So it sees that there's a green probe and it just connected, and it's showing us some temperature readings here. Now, if I had, say, another probe that I had forgotten to put in, you could actually take out another probe here and do the Find More button at the top to go through and actually try to find another probe. So now I have a green and a black. So it's going to be doing the monitoring here. With these probes, you can put these in your oven. You would insert them in the meat to this line to protect the internal temperature, the internal readings that are inside this probe. So you'll insert it into this point. If you are going to want to go somewhere, this is cloud-based. You could leave, since I'm using an iPad, you could leave this close to the device. You have your distance limitations from Bluetooth. These temperatures are actually going up to the cloud since I have cellular or Wi-Fi on this iPad. And you could actually look at our Tappecue session details, and you could get graphing. One of the things that you could do is, if you want alerts, this is the green probe, and the green probe was probe right here. You can touch this none. Since the first reading, probe 1A, is for your meat, say I want to do beef done, I would choose beef done. And you could see this is the min and this is the max that I have for that, and this green bell tells me that I'll get alerts. Now I could go ahead and move over. Probe 1B, 1A is the point, 1B is your oven temperature. So you could say, I want to do my beef chamber. And the green bell is on. Your alerts, this is if you're smoking, you would have an alert when it goes in and out of range between 200 and 225, and you can readjust that. So that's how you set your alerts on your current session for your air probes. It automatically registers your phone. You could turn off alerts by turning that off, turning it on. You can see a session graph here that's going to show you all of the probes that you have going, and put them all in one screen versus the graphing that we saw on the other temperature screen. So the graph is building right now. So you're basically getting, even with the Bluetooth probe, you're getting a Wi-Fi capable system that's cloud-based, the ability to save history and do all kinds of things, but that's how you set up your probe. I'm going to go ahead and move back here. Okay, so I'm back to the AirProbe monitoring screen, session details. If you have another device, say your phone, and you're here, you wouldn't be AirProbe directing at that time. You would do a view session, and there's a what we call an AirProbe's Tappecue that is the same session here, which is showing the temperature readings that you've got there. So that is your setup and your use of your Tappecue AirProbes, using them directly with a phone app. Android or iOS, they both work basically the same. Thank you.